Hello everyone, this is a CTC 3D printer. It's a copy of the Geeetech Prusa Pro B actually, but it's in plywood. And when I bought this I figured, or before deciding to buy this, I thought about buying some other Chinese brands, but since it was Chinese New Year's coming up, I figured I'd buy something from Germany that's close because I live in Sweden, and this is what I settled on. Overall, I'm actually really impressed. After ordering it, I read a lot of negative reviews, so I was afraid that I would barely be able to get it up and running, but it's been really good after some minor issues, minor fixes and calibration. So first of all, the wires to the PSU, to the power supply, they are very short, so I had to enlarge the hole down here to even make it possible to mount it in the right direction. And even now they're very strained short, but yeah, it will do. Second, this pulley gear on the x-axis is not round, you can feel it, the tension is alternating, and so I've ordered a replacement gear there. Thirdly, I had some issues with the bed. So where the bed is secured to the belt, there's 4 layers of, I don't know if you can see it, but there are 4 layers of plywood mounted on top of each other, and those bolts had come loose, maybe during shipping or whatever. So I had to tighten those before I did, and I actually put some glue on there. And I recommend you do the same if you're buying this printer. So before I fixed this, I had some really weird issues with the y-axis calibration. It was always, the prints were always turning out 1 millimeter too short. It's just really weird before I found that, regardless of the print size. So even if I printed a bigger part, it was 1 millimeter short, and so on. It's because there was some 1 millimeter play in this fixation to the belt. So if you're buying this printer, I really recommend you go through it and tighten up all the bolts on the pre-mounted parts, because some of the parts are pre-assembled, like these small ones, the stepper motors are attached, etc. So just tighten all the bolts, secure, and if you need to, secure it with glue or Loctite or whatever. And then another thing is that when you get the package, this Y-axis part is pre-assembled, but they haven't included any nuts around the main frame, so I recommend you get 4 extra M10 nuts and washers to be able to secure it, because obviously it's much more stable if it's mounted there as well. So originally it's only mounted here in the back, so yeah, I really recommend you make that fix. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy. Anyway, this feels like a good starting point. It's my first 3D printer, but it feels like a very stable base, and I can just keep on improving it. Maybe buy some proper lead screws. So that's one thing I recommend you do as well. Either buy proper lead screws, or at least print some wobble stoppers. That's the basic thing to do. And also, in the future, I may buy a new extruder and hot end, but the basic structure and stepper motors working really good, so I'm happy. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful, and feel free to subscribe. Bye bye.